Next in our bakery line lineup, we have our country white dough mix. We call it dough mix because it's so versatile. Yes, it'll make donuts. Yes, it'll make scones. And certainly great, delicious pizza. But it will make the best rolls and bread. So, let's get started on making the dough. Really easy. It's 1 cup of water plus 2 tablespoons, approximately 120 degrees, 110 degrees. Add that to your mixing bowl. If you get the water too hot, it can kill the yeast. And, by the way, Thrive now carries our own yeast in little individual packets that's perfectly measured for our bread. Pour your yeast into the bowl. And you can mix the yeast right in with the dry ingredients too if you want. I've just found that it's just easy just to go water, yeast, and then the actual bread. Turn the dough with the dough hook and your mixer, turn it on. We're looking for that magic oxygen absorber. Go ahead and dump your dry mix right into After you pull the oxygen absorber out and your dough is mixing with water and yeast and the actual contents of the pantry can, you're now ready just to knead dough. On medium speed, which is about right there, I like to go about a 3 on a KitchenAid. That's about the right speed to knead the dough, and you want to let this knead for about 5 minutes, which will give it good gluten structure. After 4 to 5 minutes, you're going to see the dough is actually pulled away from the bowl. It's starting to get elastic, stretchy. That's the gluten proteins in there, and the dough seems very soft. It's a perfect mix of 1 cup, 2 tablespoons of warm water, a yeast packet of Thrive, and 1 pantry can of the country white dough mix. And presto, you're going to have delicious bread, rolls, pizza dough, donuts, scones, sky's the limit. And don't forget cinnamon. Okay, so we're gonna stop that bad boy. We're gonna pull the dough off, out of the bowl. We're gonna work the dough just a little bit, tucking in and seaming that, forming a ball. Take a bowl or a dish, spray it or butter it. Place your dough inside the dish, spray it or butter it. A little bit of plastic. Put this in a warm area for about an hour and it'll raise till it's double. Okay, now that our white dough has raised by double, you can see how fluffy, soft, and delicious this dough is. And that's what you want, is when you're kneading that, it creates air in there and things, and then the yeast also forms the gas, which allows it to rise. And that's what makes delicious bread. And so again, we want to lightly flour the surface, not too much. We want to spray our pan. We want to spray our roll pan, and we want to get the bread out very carefully, gently. After you've laid the dough on the board or on your counter, you're going to again just do the tucking. You're going to push that down to form your loaf. And we're going to roll that up, tuck that under. And that's how easy forming your loaf is. It's a very delicate process, but you just want to crimp that sill. And you can see I have my sill there, but it's crimped enough that it's going to come together and be just fine. And then you just give that a nice roll and kind of stretch that top out. And then we're going to set that loaf right inside the pan. like so. And we're going to lightly push that down. And now that loaf is going to be able to rise. Spray it just a little bit on the top, or you can use butter. Just add a little bit of plastic. Of course, you can use a damp towel, a nice light towel, whatever you want to do to allow that to raise is fine, no problem. I usually just use plastic, but I do not cover it. I just lightly put it over there. That helps it from getting a skin on top. Okay, now again, the rolls with the white dough. Again, we're going to remove the dough very softly. Allow that to come out. We have our scale turned on. I've got it to ounces, and we're going to cut the dough to start forming the rolls. And we want about 2 1/4 ounces. And again, you don't need much flour at all, really, just kind of. And then again, we're just going to do the cupping and shaping method, stretching this dough and just kind of getting that dough into a nice little ball. Once you get it, just place it right onto your pan and allow that to rise. Repeat the process until you have all 12 rolls done. Now that our rolls are formed, they've raised by double, our bread is overflowing with love, everything is looking great. Take the plastic wrap off, and these babies are ready to go in the oven. Now, when that dough raises the first time, and then when you go to make a loaf, if you were to make pizza, you would take that dough out of the bowl and then roll that out and stretch it to your pizza shape, and then sauce it, put your toppings on, and bake that baby off. So pizza dough actually is about half the time you would take for bread and rolls, because you really don't have quite that full second raise as you would necessarily do with these. So that's that. We're going to put these babies in the oven, and we're going to get them nice and golden brown, the Maillard reaction. After your white rolls and white bread are pulled out of the oven, you can see beautiful golden crust, golden all the way around. That's what you really want, is you want to get that crust developed. But this pan is hot, and so right when the bread is hot, you want to pull that out and allow that bread to actually rack for a good hour. And I know you're going to be tempted to cut into this bread when it's out of the oven, but really it's going to be the best if you let it rest for a good half an hour to an hour. Let it completely cool. It'll cut perfectly for sandwiches, for toast, and just for eating with a lot of good butter and honey. So there's our rolls and bread, our white bread. Hope you enjoy it. I know you're going to love it, and I hope we've made it look easy for you. Thank you.